very high. Headset not connected.
I absolutely love that. That is what you were greeted with when you first fire up Plantronics RIG 800LX headset. This unit is meant to be run on the Xbox One and Windows PCs. If you want to put this on your PlayStation, just know that the controls on the headset will not be functional with the exception of the power on button, and you'll have to adjust everything in the user interface. So, let's go over what we've got here on the box. It claims that there's a 24-hour battery life. Now, I have 5 days time on this device right here. 3 days on PC, 2 days on the new Xbox One X. And so far, I have not drained the battery at all. Charged it straight out of the box, and it's been running like a champ ever since. I probably have between 12 and 15 hours worth of use. So far, so good. Dolby Atmos. This is a $15 software upgrade, and the voucher comes inside this box. So for $149, you get this headset and the Dolby Atmos voucher, which will work on the Xbox Live and, of course, the Windows Store as well. Enough of the box. Let's get on to the headset here. Headset is very lightweight. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a fan of this headband. It turns out that I am. See, I am bald. So the Astro A20s that I have been using for three weeks with their foam rubber type material was very hard, and it was getting a little uncomfortable. And these things do not have a tremendous amount of clamping force. They don't entirely sit gently on your head, but they also don't clamp it as if it's in a vise. So the amount of pressure here is excellent. I quite like it. Now, let's talk about the controls. Over here on the left-hand side, you have the charging port. The other end of that will be USB. Plug that into your Xbox, plug that into your PC. Whatever you use it on, it will charge the unit. Every 10 minutes worth of charge time adds about 30 minutes worth of use time on the headset. Pretty sweet trade-off. Just above that is the volume wheel. This thing spins infinitely, 360 degrees. Going up, of course, volume up. Going down, of course, volume down with the minus and plus key for the evidence. It is very nice in Xbox, but for the Windows, while it does work just fine, it's a little slow. So when you flip this up, the little volume bar that's right up here in the top left-hand corner of Windows, you flip that up and it takes about 1 second for it to show. Maybe not quite that long, but the responsiveness isn't quite there. So really, it should not be a deal breaker. It does adjust volume up and down correctly. It's just not immediately fast. Power is going to be right above that. All the way down will be power off. In the middle will be power on, and when you flip this up and hold it there, it is going to be the sync and pairing solution, which I will go over that shortly. And the wheel above that is a little rocker type wheel, and it goes, that's down all the way, that's up all the way, so that's probably about, 60 to 80 degrees worth of rotation. And all that's going to do is put more dominance towards the microphone chat that you're hearing with your friends and allies, or more dominant towards the game volume. I really like how this is set up, because if I can't hear some friends, I can tweak this down a little bit and then just adjust the volume up in general so I can have a well-balanced game audio to chat audio. Pretty awesome stuff. On the right ear cup, the only button that you have is going to be this little EQ button. It's got some braille marks on it there, and if you push it once, it makes a boop sound. If you push it one more time, it makes a boop boop sound, and if you push it a third time, it makes 3 boop 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 sounds. And all that's going to do is just give you some different EQ options. At this point, there's not a ton of adjustability and customization into that, especially on Xbox. I believe there's going to be something on PC, but as of right now, the way it sits, the way it sounds is fantastic, and Dolby Atmos will honestly probably blow your mind. It really is phenomenal. I thought it was going to be a little gimmicky, but 128 channels of audio being piped into these little headsets here, and it's a pretty neat thing. Not something you can demonstrate on YouTube fully. You really just got to hear it for yourself. And it comes with the headset, so You can't go wrong. Now, this little device here is what is going to communicate with the headset, whether it be plugged into your Xbox or your PC. And this is the sync button, and it has the same symbol that's on this headset here. Now, on Plantronics' website, they do state that it's not something you'll probably really ever have to do, and I have not had to sync it yet. I plugged it into the PC. I flipped this little switch in the back here where it says PC on the right. There you go, and the little Xbox controller on the left. So I flipped it over here to PC. I plugged it in. It said setting up or installing now. The headset worked. Bada bing, bada boom. I had no need for pairing. All right, that's fine. So what happens when you plug this into your Xbox? All right, I plugged this into my Xbox. It did not recognize a thing. I flipped the switch over. 1 second later, Xbox went boop, made that little sound, recognized the headset, turned it on, it paired right up, no problem. Not once, and I've switched back and forth between the two, maybe 4, 5, maybe 6 times now. Not once have I ever had to use the pairing option. It is nice that it's there because you never know. What about the microphone? We are going to demonstrate that here in just 1 second, but it's your standard microphone. Bring the boom mic down. There's a little bit of positional flexibility here, not a ton. And once you bring it up, it has a little click right there, and now it is muted. So let's have a go at how it sounds. So this is what the microphone sounds like. This is not a noise canceling microphone. Is it the best microphone you've ever heard? No, probably not. It's not a studio grade blue mic, but it does get the job done. Now, with there not being a noise canceling feature on this, this could possibly be a deal breaker for you. For example, if I tap on my desk, you will obviously be able to hear that. If I stick my hands out as far away in front of me as possible and clap, you can hear that. If I slide my office chair that I'm sitting on across my hardwood floor back and forth, you too can hear that. On PC, this will probably not be a big issue because most of the games you play and a lot of people within that community prefer, a push-to-talk type gaming experience. So any sort of ambient or background noise that the user may be experiencing rarely impacts the other people listening to said user. On the Xbox, however, there is no push-to-talk. It is an open mic, and while it's very easy to mute individual people across most titles, you're still going to come across some obnoxious background noises that somebody might be experiencing, and as a result, compromise your enjoyment. You'll have to mute that individual. Again, noise canceling would have just made this the most perfect headset for me for the money. So for $150, you get a very comfortable, lightweight headset, literally plug and play across the Windows and Xbox One. Sound quality is absolutely phenomenal. You'll have to try these for yourself to see. Dolby Atmos is something that really needs to be experienced in order to be appreciated. The fact that it comes with the $15 activation code, I love that. Apparently that activation code, as long as it's synced up to the same Xbox Live email account that will be on your Windows 10 base solution, that same code should carry over to Windows should you choose to take advantage of that. So, what are your thoughts? What have you seen here? Is this something you were interested in? For me personally, I would take these over the A20s that I've been using for the last 3 weeks a million times over. This is the same price, but this is a better headset in just about every single way. Well, that'll about do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, gave you some insight as to what you can expect from a headset like this. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. You know what to do. I will get back with you as soon as possible. This is Bob of All Trades. Peace out.